We're so back. Opening up Stream Manager. I'm so happy to be back to gaming. I was going through exams hell. So that's why I hiatus last week, but we're back. And this time I'm back to playing some Musume. I feel like it was gonna be a big chill vibes night. I did get a new game from a friend as well. So I might have a couple more streams this week for funsies. But we have a dating simulator. So the orb shall romance. And we'll see how that goes. But it's gonna be good times. I'm still trying to decide on like when this week, because there are some things that might happen this week as well that are undecided. But I'm aiming to hope for Tuesday, Thursday extra streams. And if things work out, we get Tuesday, Thursday. But I'll keep you updated. But anyway, that is updates of the week. And we have game. And I am going to move my little guy to corner. We have little guy corner. But we're getting into the game. I might turn up a volume on my computer though. I can't tell if it is turning up volume for y'all, but we have volume up. But I had fun last time we played this. I find this to be a very good game. And so I want a vibes time. So we vibes timing. Once upon a time, there was a humble recluse. Though they had no need for society, they did often find themselves home to a loneliness that they could never quite shake. In the morning, the sun would rise. At night, it would set. The recluse would observe the splendor, knowing that the sight would be made all the more beautiful by having someone to share it with. It wasn't that they desired relationships. Perhaps it was a flame that had burned them one too many times, or perhaps they were simply disinterested. I almost said they were disintegrating. Oh no, my recluse. He is disintegrating. No, a child. That's what they wanted. Someone to take care of, not to teach. Unfortunately, it was a longing that could not be found. Not in these woods alone. However, we are never quite as alone as we think, are we? One day, a witch appeared, as if drawn by the intensity of the recluse's desire. The lumber that the recluse had spent the morning gathering slipped through their hands as they spotted her. The witch of the woods. Oh no, she has caught me with the woods. I must not show her that I have the woods. She began to speak. You desire a child, yes? For some, those are quite easy to come by. But not for you, it would seem. Let us make a deal, then. If you do 3 simple chores for me, I will present you with a daughter of your very own. The recluse, caught up in the moment of naivety, quickly agreed. The witch, knowing that the recluse was destined to accept, simply nodded and began to deliver the first of those so-called chores without hesitation. Your child will come to this world with little to her name. Let us even the scales. Bring me an heirloom, something she will forever value. The recluse thought on it briefly, searching through their home for the object they had pictured. We have a hair bow from your previous daughter, blackened with age. Ooh, goopy hair bow. Goopy. We have your most used cast iron skillet. I know that last time we did not have any robustness. We were losing the robustness, so we might want to go with this one. But also the goopy hair bow. An old bottle of medicine that has sat unopened. I kind of want to change up the vibes. Hopefully we find the hair bow eventually again. But I want to change up the vibes. I want strong daughter. Passed down from generation to generation, the skillet's seasoning has never once lost an ancestor. Has never once let an ancestor down. It wouldn't let their daughter down either. It will serve her for her entire life, and with luck, she will live on to pass it to someone else too. Hello, mini man boy. Welcome to stream. Bringing the prize back to the witch, she simply gave a smile. How perfect. After their brief detour to meet with the witch, the recluse resumed their normal day-to-day schedule. The second day. The recluse slept more soundly that night than they had in ages. Having a purpose again soothed them, even if they had found themselves caught up with the witch. They elected to not think about that, though. Instead, when the morning came, they simply did what they had to do, which is to say, they got up and went to meet with the witch. Who up a meeting with the witch? Upon watching the recluse's approach, a sardonic smile lit the witch's face. You completed your first task admirably. 2 more and I can finally give you what you want. She paused only for a moment before delivering her next message of import. It is important for a young person to be well groomed in this world, I hear. Bring me a jar of soil to help with this process. Keep in mind that not all dirt is the same, though. Consider this source carefully. Yeah, all dirt's different. I'm built different as dirt. Soil? That did sound somewhat magical, the recluse supposed. Left with a vague prompt, they considered their options. A particularly lumpy patch in the witch's front yard. Ooh, lumpy witch dirt. Your favorite foraging nook? A barren spot of forest long since struck by some invisible ailment. Ooh, spooky. I do know what this one turns into, and I think it would be very fun for stream. I think y'all would like this one. I did this one when I was back many, many years ago when I first started playing with this game. Well, the witch wanted dirt, and dirt there was in abundance. Yes, I am in abundance, much abundance of dirt. Besides, something about this dirt felt particularly fruitful. The recluse could spy roots in the soil as they extracted it. Perhaps this was a good sign. Life could be sustained with this substrate. Arriving back at their meeting place, the recluse was excited to share their selection with the witch. So, that's what you picked, eh? Very well, it shall do. Feeling the need to scrub their skin, the recluse retired to their hut to cleanse themselves. Time to cleanse. The third day. With 2 assignments complete, the recluse could feel their excitement grow. If this witch was being honest, and for some reason they felt that she was, then that meant that this could be the last night they spent without a child. They hoped so, at least. That was all they could do. Barely remembering to get dressed, the recluse dashed to the meeting spot again. The witch had been waiting there for them. Just imagine just naked recluse running up on the witch. Just crazy old man. Welcome back, recluse. Are you prepared? Today is your big day, is it not? The last task isn't an easy one, or at least I believe so. Bring me something colorful, something bright that you think will suit her. And when they were first told of the 3 tasks, the recluse had imagined things that were much more difficult. This seemed so easy as to be a trick. I so need to program a thing where I can have chat showing up on screen. Mini Man Boy just said they both get a show if you ran naked. Maybe that's what I'll be doing tomorrow, is programming a thing to show chat on stream so that everything shows up in VODs. Which, they supposed, only meant they should take it as seriously, as if a mistake could mean death. With death in mind, the recluse needed to decide where to search for color. We have a stony river or a field of flowers. I think we want flowers this time. If someone wanted color, where else was there to even consider? The recluse decided to make their way to a particularly idyllic field of flowers. The field was filled with an overwhelming amount of choice. Before long, the recluse narrowed the options down to a few. We have a pumpkin. We have a bleeding hearts, sanguine and symbolic drops. Milkweed, the bright orange herald of the butterflies. Foxglove, purple bell-like blooms. Or a strange glowing flower. Ooh, we get to be glowing again, maybe. No, I want to change things up. I want to be pumpkin. We be pumpkin. It's not a flower, the recluse figured, but perhaps that's okay. Their daughter would be unique, like a single gourd sitting proudly in a field of daisies. That's just the vibes. I desire to be a single gourd sitting in the field of daisies. That just seems like a great time. I would love to be a pumpkin. Just like the pumpkin in their hands was, before they took it. We're pumpkin color now. The recluse returned to the witch's hut, colored item in hand. She silently took the object, nodding her head to the recluse in recognition. The recluse stood there for a moment, unsure, before finally the witch realized what they expected. Oh ho ho, you want your promised daughter, don't you? Her voice was almost mocking, but at least it was not overtly cruel. I suppose I must tell you that I lied, human. I do not require several more trifling things from you. First is the matter of payment. The recluse should have known that everything is for a cost. What is this little thingy in the corner? I do not know. Maybe it's we've done that before? I think we did money last time. We shall pay her at a much later date in the way that she chooses. We choose danger. The recluse told the witch they couldn't repay her. Not anytime soon. That is fine, of course. I will collect payment equally. I will collect payment eventually, not equally. It is never equally. With the payment settled, the witch simply smiled and handed the recluse a small pot. Humans are tricky, but mushrooms are much more resilient. Consider this an upgrade. Don't worry, eventually she will develop a mind. Eventually. Simply give her time, as much as she needs. Soon your wish will be in full bloom. I suppose with all that settled, though, there is one thing for you to consider. A young girl needs a proper name. The recluse thought on the witch's demand before offering the final thing they had to give. What shall we name her? Pumpkin. Pumpkin. Then she walked away, only fate knowing if the two should ever meet again. Chapter 2. Cultivation. Though the recluse was unsure of the specifics, they did realize that it was important to heed her instructions. Care for the pot, the dirt, and everything that lay within. So the recluse geared up as any parent should, and assessed the things that they needed to raise a child. Finances, in case the nearby village has goods or services that you could not provide. Nutrients for the child, to help it grow strong. They would need plenty, as it would be depleted on a daily basis. And finally, the recluse's own stamina could not be ignored. One cannot burn the candle from both ends indefinitely. Thus began the longest growing season of the recluse's life. My little plant. Might not be a mushroom. Might not be a mushroom. While tapping some trees one day, you overhear a noise. It sounds like the clinking of coins and dice. Before long, you manage to track down the source, a wingless fairy sitting in the eye of a tree. A human? Oh no! Now I will be forced to gamble, the fae cried out unconvincingly. I'm the dice fae. I'm the garbage man. I'm the trash man. I have no choice but to gamble with every human that passes by. You even get to pick the stakes. Ooh, I get to have a steak? Yummy. The rules are simple. If I roll a 5 or less, I win. But if I roll a 6 or higher, well, that means that you win. Compelling, right? I like how the T is just on a completely different text line. Gambling with a fairy? What the hell? Why not? What do you want to offer? A coin? A significant bag of substrate? A finger? We are not offering our daughter. She's my daughter. I'm giving a finger. Well, if you're going to gamble with a fairy, you might as well get a keepsake out of it. Only one way or another. My way. I shouldn't sing. Even though I'm not getting paid. I don't want to get in trouble with Twitch. The fairy grins. In fact, you swear you can even see him lick his little lips. This unsettles you. It's been a while since anyone's given me one of those. Good luck, human. Then he casts the die. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Oh, we won. I get to keep my finger. I don't know what I get from him. Do I get his finger? Do I get this fairy's finger? When the die lands on a 9, you can't help but breathe a sigh of relief. The fairy, on the other hand, seems upset. Not again, he whines, slapping himself on the forehead with a 3-fingered. Oh, I took his finger. Man, I hope this one grows back. I took his finger, chat. I didn't even want a finger. Without further complaint, the fairy quickly did what he had to do to deliver the recluse the prize. A fairy's pinky finger. Chat, I'm not gonna eat the fairy's finger. I know it sounds yummy, but I don't think I want to eat the fairy's finger. Maybe I'll give it to my daughter. My daughter can have a fairy's pinky finger. So tiny, and yet surely it held vast quantities of magic? Question mark? Don't know what that stands for. Regardless, you walk away pleased. You will have to show your prize off to the girl when you get home. Maybe you'll even let her have... We are feeding the finger to the... We are feeding the finger to our daughter. Are you mushroom daughter? She might be a mushroom. She don't look like a mushroom right now, but she might be a mushroom. The day has gotten away from you. Already, the sun's gentle descent has been swallowed behind the forest's reach. You weren't able to finish everything you set out for today, but you only have time for one more chore. Finish a favor the village's leader asked of you. You've already worked hard enough. Retire to the tavern. Barter for some fine substrates to better grow your daughter. Or purchase new construction materials for your hut. I think we get more food for daughter. We get her some substrates. An amateur mycologist in the village recently informed you that he has some new supplies that may interest you. Deciding to take him up on the offer, you come to the conclusion after a brief meeting that he was right. You take home a fine new pouch of soil, and he takes some of your hard-earned coin. Your tasks behind you. You and your daughter return home, each due to a nice bath and a simple dinner. I like that we brought our daughter with us to the mycologist, where the mycologist could probably tell we are not mushroom daughter. This is just some weird guy who just showed up being like, yes, this is my mushroom. I have grown her. She is my daughter, and it's not even a mushroom, and he has no way to prove it's his daughter. Huh? Something's happening. Your daughter has changed in the night. We have changed. My favorite mushroom. Tending your daughter, one day you notice the plant has started to develop healthy-looking leaves and looks larger than before. You were perhaps expecting some sort of a magical transformation to occur in the plant, but witches work in strange ways. After appraising her carefully, you decide to give the plant some extra care today. Enrich her soil with fertilizer? Spend the time improving her environment? Or water her thoroughly while she needs it most? I think we work on her environment today. You decided that now is the best time to promote her growth, spending extra effort improving her setup. You actively clean her pot and add a support, making sure her growing conditions are just right. Yes, we support our daughter in this house. The improvements seem to help a lot, and each day she looks a bit bigger and healthier than the last. The decision has been made. Life continued. A flock of hungry birds have been harassing both your crops and your daughter relentlessly. Recently. Really recently and relentlessly. In fact, they've become quite the nuisance. Purchase some poison and forcibly evict the foul sky rats. Fetch your bow and hunt. If I can talk, chat. We haunted the birds. Or ignore the birds. We're gonna haunt the birds. You receive your bow, and lucky to leave it with not one, but 2 birds from the flock. They shouldn't show up again for a while, and you and your daughter may rest. Nothing more could be done to the birds. The matter was laid to rest. You realize that, buried in your new goal, you've forgotten to feed yourself, or procure any human food, really. What seems like the most nutritious option? The village, their market has many enticing goods. Sneak morsels away from your charge. What's my charge? Is that my daughter? I don't want to sneak things away from my daughter. What was this plant for again? It looks tasty. I'm not eating my daughter. The woods for 4. We are going to the woods. I am not eating my daughter. You know where to find food. It's been something that you've never struggled with previously. It's part of you, and nothing can change that. Not even some strange plant. Yes, strange plant. Making your way to your favorite nook, you quickly find what you were after. Of course, the generous bounty of treats for your daughter is a nice bonus. The decision has been made. Life continued. Huh? Something's happening. Your daughter has changed in the night. Ooh. Look at my face. So spooky. Lately, your daughter has developed into a tremendous plant. She has grown nearly as tall as you and is overtaking her pot with bulging roots and prolific foliage. You still sometimes wonder if she's ever going to start moving and climb out of that pot, but you are nonetheless proud of her, your healthy and beautiful daughter. It seems strange that you haven't seen the witch since you received your daughter, but you suppose she must have her own affairs to attend to. I'm sad that our face doesn't show up in the little corridor. I want to see my little dirt face. My little mushroom dirt, not mushroom plant dirt face. It was a beautiful face. As Mini Manboy puts, it's a face only a father can love. But I love that face because I am father. At any rate, she has grown so much that you decide to take some extra care today to ensure her continued wellness. Encourage her with praise, buy her a new bigger pot, or move her into a shaded area. I want to get her a bigger pot, but we have the least of finances of all. Maybe we will make her moist. We will move her into a shaded area. Deciding that the plant has received plenty of sunlight, you move her into the shaded area of the nearby woods. Here she will be protected from the intensifying heat. Of course, she looks right at home here, with other forest plants. She is a creation of the witch, after all. Perhaps it's just your imagination, but she looks appreciative of the change in scenery and flourishes here among the trees. The decision being made, life continued. Recently, you've begun to think about your daughter's living quarters, specifically her pot. You have a few ideas how to improve it, but only have so much time. Which do you decide to move forward with? Use your cooking scraps as compost? Buy some fancy substrate from town? Ensure that her soil remains ever damp? Infuse the soil with a drop of your own blood, which we did last time. Or decorate the pot. We decorate the pot. Make it pretty. Though it's not something that's ordinarily concerns you, you have noticed something. The pot that the witch gave you is rather drab. You can't help but think that your daughter, your cute little girl, may like a cuter pot, or at least one that's not beige and boring. Over the next few days, you begin idly bringing every small pretty thing that you find to the pot. You decorate it with beautiful pebbles and drawings, hoping that she appreciates the makeover. Her quality of life having been improved, life continued. Harsh weather has taken a toll on your garden, and your entire harvest has been lost. Weeks' worth of food and labor have been rotted and destroyed. Without immediate action, you and your daughter will be in trouble later down the line. Accept the loss. For now, you can make do, or till the garden again, and start over from seed. We get more garden. We do the thing. We help the daughter. We have the stamina. No use crying over ruined crops. You simply make adjustments to your garden. There will be less variety this season, but you'll live to see it. That's what matters. The decision being made, life continued. When entering a town one day, you noticed a strange gathering surrounding some newly erected tents in the market stalls. Farmers, townsfolk, and travelers are all bustling about, and it seems that they are holding a spring garden festival featuring a contest for impressive and exotic plants. Ooh, I have an impressive plant. I can do that. Seeing your daughter is such a large and beautiful plant, perhaps you should enter as well. Discuss gardening tips with other attendees. Simply enjoy the festivities. Purchase exotic fertilizer from the market. Or enter your daughter in the... We're entering our daughter in the contest. She's the most beautiful mushroom, and she will win. Our daughter will win the mushroom contest. You register for the contest and return home to retrieve your precious plant. The excitement of the competition is getting to you, and you can't help but feel nervous. Judges walk through the display area throughout the day, thoughtfully considering each of the unusual and glorious plants. You can't help but notice a small crowd start to form around yours. Interested murmurs about its size, shape, and locality can be heard. They are clearly impressed. Of course they are. It's my daughter. In the end, a wealthy noble from the neighboring duchy wins the competition. But you did pretty well yourself. Your daughter takes third place, and with it, some prize money. My daughter deserves better than third place. I will Karen, Mr. Duchy, wealthy noble Duchy. That's all good if you want to lurk. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. I am entertaining myself. Filled with pride and satisfaction, you and your daughter return home with a new ribbon adorning her pot. Oh, she have pretty ribbon. Ooh. Doing some writing. It is such a good game, I will agree. The contest having ended, life continued. Was this supposed to happen? It has been several long seasons since you first made your deal with the mysterious witch of the woods, and you must admit, you are beginning to have your doubts. So much, in fact, that you have finally decided to do something about it. With your daughter's pot in hand, you quickly make it your way to her hut. Yes, it would be so good if they put a ribbon on the picture of my daughter. Currently, they are not showing my daughter. I do not know why they are not showing my daughter. Though you are hesitant to risk upsetting a powerful magic user, you must prioritize your daughter's needs. You knock firmly on the witch's door. Before long, it opens and you spy the witch. She looks back at you and down at the pot. The longer she looks, the more confused her gaze grows. What brings you here? As calmly as you can manage, you try to explain that you are concerned that there is something wrong with your daughter. She looks again to the plant. This is clearly a potato. You recognize that, of course. If this is about your debt, do not concern yourself. This was my mistake, so I will pursue no further payments, of course. A stunned silence fills the air. You do not know what to say. Oh, you truly believed this plant to be your daughter? How charming. Yeah, how dare she call our daughter a potato? She's the most beautiful daughter ever. She could never be potato. No, something appears to have gone wrong. I do apologize for the inconvenience, but unfortunately, sometimes these things are out of our control. You can't help but take a sharp inhale of breath as the witch says this. No. A deal is a deal. You insist in panicked tones. The witch's focus drifts, and you find her staring at your daughter. Well, Your potato, you suppose. He's not a potato. It's my beautiful mushroom daughter. That potato is quite large, recluse. It appears you did not slack on your role as a parent. She sighed. It is embarrassing to admit, but this is not my normal area of magic. However, you have done your best, so I will do mine as well. Close your eyes. You simply do as the witch instructs. We're gourmet! We're gourmet, chat! We got potato brain, potato body! A spud is born! When you were growing up, you had always wondered what your parent looked like. It seemed unfair, really. You had so many eyes and yet you couldn't even see. But now, standing in this room with your 2 feet, you can see clearly. Yes, Rylan Bones, this is indeed how Idahoans are born. The recluse was the first thing you saw, and if you're being honest, they look exactly as you had pictured. Then they opened their eyes and saw you. Something in their face softened, and you immediately ran in for a hug. They held you tight, unable to hold back a sob. The 2 of you departed the witch's hut that day for the first time as a parent and daughter. Welcome, chat. It is no longer Mushroom Musume, it is Potato Musume now. Over the next few weeks, you get to tell the recluse everything you always wished you had the mouth to say. You get to eat human food for the first time. Frankly, you find yourself unimpressed, but there's always room to improve, among many other firsts. Over time, the firsts fade away to comfortable seconds, thirds, 15ths. Getting to interact with the recluse is great. You greatly enjoy your ability to do new things, even if you find that you're often not very good at them. Yes, our daughter is indeed Pumpkin the potato. But your potato brain won't get you down. In fact, after some time has passed, you begin to wonder more about the outside world. Finally, one day you confess to the recluse that you want to strike out on your own. Though they were initially hesitant, they realized that nothing they could say would sway you. They even got so far as to offer you help in building a new home for yourself, somewhere nearby, of course. You take them up on the offer, clearly. Faster than you would have anticipated. The 2 of you built your home together. They showed you all of the tricks they knew. They made sure to impart as much knowledge as they possibly could, which then quickly vanished into the abyss that was your head. Oopsie! Finally, the day arrived. You were officially on your own. You were scared, a little, but also excited. It felt like a new chapter was beginning for you. We gained a loving parent. Look at our little Rudy purple potato pumpkin. Pumpkin the Rudy purple potato question mark? No, Chad, I have not gotten the serial killer ending. Maybe we will explore. we will see. We will try. We might get that as a potato. Despite some initial uncertainty, you find that your new home may even be nicer than the recluse's shack. Yes, potato serial killer goals. Look at her cute little face with the little sprout. She's so cute. Your first days living outside of your parents' home are occasionally daunting, but also filled with possibility. What would you like to do? Yeah, that's what they get for giving me 3rd place. I Where do I want to go? Let's see our scores. We are very mycelium, despite not being mycelium. We are mostly mycelium. Ooh. Oh, what did I do? I think I went backwards. Yeah, I went backwards. Apparently the scroll wheel does things. What's this? Rest for the day. Take a day to visit the recluse. I think we go to the countryside. Enjoy our roots. Yes, they should change mycelium to tubers. My tubers. While foraging one day, you discover a dilapidated outhouse in the middle of the forest. You wonder what's going on, what it's doing out here. After all, the surrounding area is all land that has clearly been abandoned for some time. Inspect the facility or use the facility. I don't know if I need to use the facility. I like how this one has a crown. But also kind of funny, because I'm just a potato. Ooh, this event can be used in the fight scene later? Oh, we will find out. I will use the facility. You enter the facility, and it's about as dusty as derelict as one could expect. But apart from the rather dingy nature of the structure, it's not too shabby. Kind of rustic, that hasn't been touched since the last century sort of vibe. You sit down on the seat, entertaining the ridiculous thought of various ceremonies humans commit while on the porcelain throne. Yes, various ceremonies. Sitting there, beginning to empathize with more unfortunate aspects of being human. You feel something fuzzy crawl across your chat. What little fuzzies? What little fuzzies? In an instant, you are bolted up from the seat, turned around, and staring into the bowl. There you noticed a wide span of webbing and resident spider who seems a little overly friendly with their unsuspecting visitor. Naturally, your fist makes swift, sweet, cathartic contact with the spider. Oh no, I punched our friend! He was fuzzy too! Knocking it out of its web and down below into the mire of disconcertingly fresh stool beneath. Sorry, friend. Shaking off the extant adrenaline, you shamble your way out of the outhouse. Next time, use a bush. Chat, we punched our friend. While wandering the woods near your home, you suddenly hear something rustling in the foliage ahead of you. Before you can react, a large boar bursts from the brush and locks eyes with you. You sense an intense, flaming aura of determination emanate off this wild hog. You're sure you came prepared for this? It's just a pig, right? Face it head on. Run for your life? Or preoccupy with him with the sample? Do we give this little piggy a snack? Or we do a mysterious coin? I think I want to give little piggy a snack. Little piggy gets a snack. We got a 5. We passed. We give piggy snack. Yeah, a sample of our previous mushroom body. It would be far better for you to lose a little of yourself than a lot. So you came up with a strategy. You managed to... Oh, it's a sample of myself. Little piggy gets a little potato as a treat. Little piggy gets a little potato as a treat. You manage to tear off a decent-sized eye growing on your hip and hurl it at the pig, who aggressively begins to tear into the chunk of tater flesh. While it's busy, you quickly run off to safety. Better safe than sorry. It's okay, chat. It wasn't my eyeball eyes, it was an eyeball on my hip. So we're good. We can still see things. It's nice out today, so you've decided to have a picnic. After wandering around for some time, you come across a quaint house with a bell. A bell! Just as you begin to wonder what purpose it serves, the bell rings, and several children run out and begin to play. A small group of them take notice of and subsequently surround you. With their curiosity thoroughly piqued, you have a few ways to proceed. Curtsy and introduce yourself politely. Oh, chat, you might be right. It might have been one of our eyes that got touched by the fuzzy little spider. Or we can invite them to join me. I want to use my coin. Do I have... How many coins do I have? I have 3 coins. 4... We have an amount of coins. We are using the coin. I am inviting them to join me. You've always been good at cooking, and now is your time to show off a little. You set your bulging picnic basket on the ground and open it to display its contents. Several sandwiches, cookies, and various other snacks are laid out one after another. You even have a thermos for some hot tea. I'm surprised I actually don't have tea this time around. I am questioning making tea. But we will wait. We will wait. The children are delighted with the spread before them and decide to spend their lunch with you. Sometime later, you hear a yell that signals the end of their lunchtime. They begrudgingly stand, with each giving you a big hug. You have to visit again sometime. Okay, bye-bye, tater lady. Yeah, I didn't bring tea this time. Depending on if we're at a good point to take a break in like 10-15 minutes, we might take a little break at 9 where I make tea. You walk away, their kind comments filling you with strength. Although I have had like 4 cups of tea already today. And like, to be fair, only one of them was caffeinated. But like, I like my tea. You walk away, their kind comments filling you with strength. You feel a crisp breeze. The heat is relenting. Trees are changing in color. Ooh, what kind of a tea you drinking, mini man boy? Fall has arrived. ... The change in weather has invigorated you. What would you like to do today? I kind of want to go to the countryside again. That was kind of fun. But maybe we'll go to the woods this time. We're going to the woods. Having taken a leisurely stroll one day, you set upon a humble shack nestled among dense brush across the nearby river. And from the hovel bounds a symphony of music reverberating off of the trees. With curiosity grabbing hold, you saunter off the beaten path, making your way to the water's edge. To your surprise, a ramshackle bridge extends across the water, and before you know it, you're face to face with the shack's rotting door. Knock on the door? Or reconsider and... We're knocking on that door, chat. There's no way we're not knocking on that door. I want to know who making that music. You wrap your knuckles on the door. After a moment, a slight shuffling can be heard from inside. At length, the door opens, and you are greeted to the bewildered expression of a rather strange-looking crone. The figure is tall and looming, hunched over with a head still a solid foot above your own. It's me. I'm the one who's up facing my rotting doors right now. A hood veils their eyes, and where it would expose the skin, there travels only matted whiskers, long since grayed. You notice their skin as the crone raises a hand in greeting, gnarled and dark like the knot of a tree. As they speak hoarsely, churning out a polite hello, you catch a subtle torrent of voices, intermingled from within, like an amalgam of souls. It has been a long while since a visitor graced my doorstep. Would you like to come inside? Surely you've been drawn by the music, no? You can't say no. You really are captivated by the music. Without delay, you take the crone up on their offer and enter their home. They seem nice, though. Nice enough. And you get the feeling that all the apprehension built up before has melted away. Plus, the interior smells like fresh jasmine. Oh, I love a good jasmine tea. It's too late for me right now to have jasmine tea, or else I won't be able to go to sleep. But I love me a good jasmine tea. What better way to distress? The crone shows you the source of the music, a strange box at the far end of the room. As they're showing off to the piece, the music stops and the crone hits a small switch, shutting down the mechanisms. This here is a phonograph, used for playing music off the cylinders. I too am playing music off the cylinders. The crone fiddles with the machine, taking off a black wax cylinder. This one is part of a suite, the finale. The crone hangs up their head. The crone hangs their head low. Unfortunately, the rest of the suite is lost to me. The crone pauses for a moment, looks you up and down and says, "Ah, but you have a draw to the music, eh?" Oh, a full container of loose leaf jasmine tea sounds so good. Honestly, I'm a big oolong girly. It's been a while since I've had a good oolong. But like, when you get a good, rich, nutty one, oh, I love a good nutty oolong. It's hard to tell, but you believe a smell to have cracked somewhere beyond the mass of whiskers. If that's the case, you seem able enough. I tell you what, if you're able to collect the other 9 parts of the suite, I'll give you the finale as a gift. One cannot enjoy a suite without the full collection. You shrug. The offer seems straightforward enough, without reluctance. You accept, much to the crone's satisfaction. Then I would ask to read you a story. One that might help glean the location of another cylinder. Would you be interested? Yeah, I want to know about your cylinders. It is, however, quite the long story, should you wish to do other things. Yeah, I want to listen to your cylinder story. Tell me about your cylinders. Ah, yes. The crone stoops in place across from you, resting on what you assume to be their haunches. As they open the book, you feel enraptured, engrossed, enthralled. Before you know it, the woods blend into a dappling of synesthesia that seemingly spirits you away to the land of story. As with many, this tale began in tragedy. Oh, story time! Oh, we're a different girl now! An errant child, the kid was exiled from town, branded with heresy and derision. She bore no sign but that of her birth, specifically the eyes smoldering pools of ceaseless violet. They were the same eyes as the Violet Witch, a malefactor who had been terrorizing the area for years. and as such, the kid was left with only a lone heart to look out for her. A small soul, lonesome and lorn in the depths of the woods. Oh, you're so right. No sign. Oh, too much math. You have begotten the curse of the math homework on me. How dare you mention sign in my stream? I just had a week of just math. I cannot do the more math. All of my classes are math classes. But she was raised good and raised well, and while she never truly needed the approval of others, it was still a wish of hers to be more accepted. To be seen as less of an outsider, she did, at the very least, have a modicum of peace in her parents' home. But peace was ill-becoming of the time, and ever fleeting. Not math time with Dirty Orb. Ah! We have various different kinds of math that I do. I do the physics. I do the statics physics. I do the calculus. And what other class? I have the algebra. We have too much math for math time with Orb. Despite the love and care bestowed upon her by her guardian, she could not stay. Oh, Chat says, oh, Orb of proficiency, what's 2 plus 2? Chat, you think I can fucking count? I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. Fire came in the night. At first I was deemed an ancient happenstance, but the attacks seem emboldened, frequent, turning from 1 or 2 individuals into small mobs, each time led by a sightless man, as if to taunt. Oh, we found the Pied Piper, chat! Does he have the rats? As long as the Violet Witch roamed the land, the kid would know no sanctuary. Yes, chat. Math Orb cannot reveal the secrets of math. I am incapable. As long as the Violet Witch roamed the land, the kid would know no sanctuary. She could only bring pain to those who would offer her comfort. And so, after a heated argument with her guardian, she forced herself to leave, lest they be caught up in the madness. Not the madness! The kid set off without preparation, carrying with her only a smolder of conviction. Nevertheless, she was savvy, complete with a few well-owned skills, needed for survival. It wasn't long before she was well away from home, out beyond the threshold, where the familiar woods fell away to shadowy hinterlands. The hinterlands! According to rumors of the Violet Witch, her manse would be less than a day's travel southwest. Whose manse? Whose manse? My manse? Whose manse? And as it were, there were 3 ways to go about heading there. The Galder's Highway, which the kid had been taking, dilapidated as it was. The old-growth forest, as unwelcoming as it seemed. Or the gentle river bank. Continue on the highway, cut through the old growth, or we could follow the river. We getting moist and soppy, baby. We following the river. Looking to avoid any trouble, the kid decided the easiest route was to follow the river. Allowed for more light than alternatives, with her being able to see quite well in the gloam. So well, in fact, she spotted a glint of moonlight on the bank of the river, reflecting off a piece of what appeared to be jewelry. Upon further inspection, it seemed to be a talisman fashioned in the shape of a circle of fairies. Holding it made the kid feel something deep within her soul, but the catharsis swiftly fled. Before long, the talisman seemed like nothing more than a hunk of metal. Regardless, the kid stashed it safely on her person. We have discarded Faye! After a while, the manse crested over the neighboring hill. She was just beside the property as it was. Though she thought for a moment there was still enough twilight to search around nearby. Of course, it may not be worth it. We could search the highway, search the old growth, or continue to the... I want to know what the manse is. I don't know what a manse is, Chad. We're finding the manse. The Violet Witch's manse. Oh, where she lives. Okay. Manse was regal, though disheveled. It didn't appear as though anyone had been home for some time, even if there was a distinct lack of dust on the surfaces. Very little furniture decorated the vaulted foyer. Exits on either side led to the library and the dining hall, while spiraling staircase led to the darkness overhead. We could examine, or we could re-examine. What are we examining? Oh, suspicious corner! I like suspicious corners. A portrait of the lady of the house hung menacingly in the corner of the room, taller and wider than a full-grown adult. Her eyes pierced into the kid's soul. Examine? Yeah, we examine. Oh, it's just giving me more options. We examine the suspicious corner again. Oh, it's the same. It's the same chat options. Never mind. We'll check the welcome sign. A flat board made of cork sat on the wall, with little ceramic letters backed by pins pushed into the facade. It read, "Live, Laugh, Spellcraft." We are rearranging the letters. With a little creative tinkering, the kid changed the sign to read, "Ugh, a life steal." Okay, we are examining the plant. We are plant. We must know plant. A pitiful, withered thing. The kid's first thought upon seeing such a sad remark was to believe it to be desiccated. Perhaps she was right. What else? Oh no, I did not mean to click on that. What's this grandfather clock? What's this grandfather clock? An ancient clockwork soldier, tirelessly carrying on his duty without complaint. Something sinister emanated from it, and the kid felt a tinge of fear as the hands neared midnight. Do we just wait at the manse until midnight? I kind of want to explore. We're examining. Okay, we just have a chandelier now. An intricate crystal chandelier hung down from overhead. Its tether disappeared into the darkness of the vaulted ceiling, but its light shone down in a flood. Ooh, we are channeling the talisman to cut the tether. The kid held up the talisman and felt her spirit swell. Before them appeared a small golden fairy who flittered up to the chandelier's tether and cut it loose with a slash of gilded magics akin to a sword. The resulting crash was deafening, but at least the kid avoided getting cut up by shrapnel. She just had to be careful walking around on the floor. We're going back to the grandfather clock. We're waiting. Oh, I can't. Oh, we are waiting till midnight. The heavy chime of the grandfather stuck grave and proud. The time was midnight, and a haunted memory cried anguish from the foyer. Oi, Boogie! In the foyer, the kid felt the horrid chill in the air. Suddenly, she came face to face with the shade of the manse's matron. Though a formidable opponent, it was nothing more than the poor witch's memories made manifest. There was no time to think. The shade saw the kid as an intruder and intended to make the consequences known. But the kid had no intention of going down without a fight. The kid danced around, desperately trying to avoid cutting themselves up too bad on the broken chandelier. The kid thought briefly about what to use against the shade, pulling out, its eyes catching the ridiculous rearrangement of the welcome sign. The shade stood for a moment in confusion. The kid wasn't about to let the opportunity pass her by. The kid thought briefly about what to use against the shade, pulling out. The shade initiated its stare of the combat by reaching high and striking down with an incredible claw attack. The passion of the fight had been ignited. The dance was afoot. Yo, chat, whose dance is afoot? The kid danced around, desperately trying to avoid cutting themselves up too bad on the broken chandelier. The kid thought briefly about what to use again. Oh, am I supposed to... How do I pull... Do I not pull things out? The shade hissed, whipping a miserable claw at the kid, connecting somewhat. There was no other path left to the kid. Only fate could scry the outcome. The kid danced around, desperately trying to cut themselves up too bad on the broken chandelier. Yes, the dance is afoot, and my foot is trying not to be on the broken chandelier. The kid thought briefly about what to use against the shade, pulling out. Enraged, the shade shrieked as loud as it could, damaging the very second child. The kid slumped back, defeated. And such was the end of her adventure. As such was the kid, wait, that's not how the story is supposed to go, right? How embarrassing. Perhaps, well, if you would like to hear the story again, the correct way, you should come back again sometime. Yes, chat, we are pulling out a foot. I'm sure I'll have it good to go by then. Now it's getting a bit late. You should get headed back home before the dark settles. The crone leans in, uncomfortably close. You wouldn't want to run into the Violet Witch now, would you? She asks with a cackle. She's the Violet Witch, Chad. I have no other beliefs. She is the Violet Witch. Yes, the crone of sussy melody. The crone leans in, uncomfortably close. Oh no, she's getting sussy. You wouldn't want to run into the Violet Witch now, would you? She asked she literally just said this. Why is she repeating? Taking her advice, you return home, head filled with thoughts of the kid. Head filled, brain empty, brain potatoes. The sun is low in the sky, casting a beautiful warm tint across everything you see. Today it is a particularly beautiful sight. Blossoming fruit trees and the wind blowing through grass. Your eyes feel heavy and suddenly you find yourself falling into a deep sleep. Yes, chat, I do want to be caught by the Violet Witch. No one can convince me otherwise. Also, we are going to take a quick break of me make me tea. We will take a short break for like a minute and a half while I make me tea. Okay, chat, we're back. We're back. I have done it. I have two bags, one tea. Chat, I remembered I was gonna tell you, chat. My dog is so cute. He's just a little guy. He's getting to be a little old man. And like, he's the cutest little old man. And little man dog. He got the little old man dog zoomies today. And my heart was like, oh, my little guy. Unfortunately, I do not have pics of my little dog. Unless you are referring to pics of the double bag tea. I do have the double bag tea. Oh, yeah, I don't have pics of the skedaddles, but it was so cute. It's been a hot minute since my dog's done, like, little zoomies, because, like I said, he's getting to be a little old man. And, like, it was so cute. He used to be, like, the zoomiest little guy when he was a puppy. Yes, Doggo is indeed very cute. He's a little pommy. He's like kind of like a orangey reddish on top, and like his tummy's white. And like he got zoomies so much when he was a puppy. And like it's been so long since I've seen him zoomie, and he was so happy. He was so cute. It made me so happy to see him that happy. Now I have to wait for my tea to cool down to drink my tea. Alright, well, we will get back to the game. Your feels eyes heavy. Your feels eyes heavy, chat. Your eyes feel heavy. And suddenly you find yourself falling into a deep sleep. In your dreams, you're sitting on a tree branch. There's a flute playing somewhere. Then suddenly, the flute is sitting next to you. Attached to it is the vague shape of a woman. Woman! I haven't seen you from around here. Welcome. I haven't seen you around here before. Whenever you go to look at her, it feels like she shifts. You can't quite describe her. Sounds like an orb. You probably won't remember me when you wake up, but it's nice to meet you. After sitting in the silence for a second, she starts playing again. Okay, last time we sang along. We might fly. I want to try and memorize this place. I want to remember Mysterious Flute Woman. You try your best to focus. It's hard to take in the details, but you attempt to commit them to memory. You figure if you remember it well, maybe you could come back. It seems like a lovely enough place to visit from time to time. By the time you awake, you can remember it vividly, even the strange woman next to you. That's a memory for another time, though. It's dark. You should be getting home. One day, while at home, you are surprised to hear a knock at your door. Typically don't receive many guests, so this is quite unusual. The stranger is a woman with broad shoulders and a grease-covered leather apron. Behind her, she hauls a cart laden with goods. Ooh, she got goods. Is she the serial killer, chat? Aha! I knew you'd be out here. She looks over with a big smile. If I know anything, it's that a rugged outdoors woman like yourself could always use a new toy, eh? Ooh, we getting a new toy from Leather Lady. No, chat, I am not eating her. Unless... Toys? Is she a toy maker? You watch her gently lean her cart against the ground, lifting its cover to reveal its contents. Weapons! Ooh, girlie gets a sword. A girl's best friend, she explains. And for a small fee, you could make a new friend today. You begin to look through her wares. Maybe there's something you could use? Okay, how much money do we have? Do we have money? We money? How do I tell we money? I think we have 3 tokens. Do we I like that spudly qualities instead of our mushroom qualities. How much money? Do I have money? It is a mystery. There's a sword, a shield. We could leave a coin. With an extra coin. Are there any other services you offer? Oink oink. Or just chat for a while? You got any other services? Nah, not unless you consider holding on to your money for a service. If you have too much of it, that is, she said. It was half joke, but also half serious. Being a crafter like I am is hard work. You make something and have to sell it. If I had a little more money, I could buy nicer materials and make better pieces. But you need gold to make gold. With a shockingly smooth wink, she adds, I know nothing in this world is for sure, but if you do have some spare coin, I can guarantee you I'll pay you back in time and then some. Yeah, we leave a coin for we can leave many a coin for. How do I take coin off? Okay, that do we leave her all our coin? We give her all our coin. Wow, I wasn't expecting you to take me up on it. I'll take it real serious though, I promise. I'll put this gold to work for you. Oh, I can just take a coin. Be like, hey, have a coin. Give me back my coin. I want a sword. A simple sword stands out to you amongst her wares. It is slightly uneven, and there are minor defects in the metal, but it feels good in your hands. She looks down at your money for a second before looking up with a grimace. There's not enough here, and unfortunately, I'm not a charity. Maybe next time. Oh, I gave her all my money. Okay, I guess. I guess we're chatting for a while. It must be lonely always being on the move. You figured the craftswoman would be happy to have a moment just to chat, as friends do. Thankfully, you find she takes to conversation very easily. Before you know it, she finds a tangent to speak of. Have you heard about that big gala in the town throws at the end of the year? I've always wondered if I'd have fun there, but honestly, I doubt they'd even let me in. No, pretty sword lady, yeah, you should be let in. After a lengthy discussion, you decide to change the topic. I think that's all we can do. Yeah, I think that's all we can do. Chat. Deciding that you are done with her services, you simply bid farewell to the wandering craftswoman. She walks away with a hearty wave, saying she'll see you again soon. While out running errands, I might recalibrate my little guy, just in case it changed while I was up making tea. We recalibrate the little lad. While running errands, you find that the town is much more active than usual. Through some chance encounters, you get the impression that a sort of traveling festival has set up outside the town. Looking around, you do happen to spot a few people in very vibrant clothes. Out of curiosity, you follow them towards a gathering of colorful tents. As you stand there gawking, you get the feeling that you've wandered into the entertainer's living area rather than finding your way to the show itself. Mini man boy, what? Okay, what? What are you saying? We should... Oh, we should visit the dad. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, we should the dad? What should we the dad? There are people practicing a routine, people tossing colored rods back and forth, a man sharpening knives, as well as a large number of other eccentric activities. Oh, it's all good, my guy. I do not know English, if you could not tell by my beautiful ability to read. We could ask a particularly muscular human for training tips. Get closer to the juggler, a closer look at the jugglers. Ask the man about his knives. Or approach the colorfully clothed couple rehearsing lines. I kind of want to do this one. We do it this one. We did it! I like everything, how everything's just a roll from 1 to 10. It's great. You walk up to the pair, eager to ask them about their performance. They seemed absorbed in a conversation, so you wait patiently for a chance to speak with them. After a short while, they find a stopping point and ask you if you'd act as a practice audience. They start telling jokes, bantering back and forth, doing some physical comedy, and even incorporating some well-meaning Budley humor into their act. Aw, they're incorporating me. Afterwards, they ask how they did and chat with you for a bit. Before you head home, one of them takes the red ball stuck to their face and gives it to you as thanks. Oh, we got the clown nose. A clown's gift. What all items do we have at this point? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to go back. Oh, what am I doing? What did I do? History. With the end of the year approaching, you find yourself considering your aspirations. Oh, here's the info. Here's how I tell what's all in my backpack. What other items do I have? I only have a clown. Oh, I have a knife? Where did I get a knife? I have a trusty knife, chat. You've had it since I was a child and it's always performed perfectly. I have a knife and a clown nose. Those are my only two humanly belongings. My only two Spudly belongings is a clown nose and a knife. You want to accomplish something significant. You decide something you'll remember. Yes, the classic combo. Clown nose and knife. Everyone needs their clown nose knife. We can take on a dangerous quest. We can attend a charming evening at the... I think we're gonna do the gala. See if we can find big sword lady. Big sword leather mommy. Pursue a great... We're going to the gala. Recently, you've garnered enough attention in the area to be invited to a high-class event. This could be an opportunity to celebrate the year, or invite someone you wish to grow closer with. Invite the girl of my dreams. Invite the person who... We're going with the girl of my dreams, chat! Ah! You consider the strange dream you had once had... Oh, it's this woman. We got lots of girlies, chat. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. I like that there's like so many girlies that I'm like, I don't know which girly I'm inviting, but I'm doing one of them. You know, this is the first time I mixed these two teas together, and it's kind of good. I got a lemon honey tea, and then I got a whispering wildflowers tea, which is like a bunch of different florals. Which is, it's mainly, the main two are like rose and lavender. And there's like a little touch of like, a little bit of licorice, I think you can taste. But those are the main two. And so it's actually kind of good. You consider a strange dream you once had. A woman was there, you think. For some reason, you set your mind on finding her. There's no one else you'd rather attend with anyways. The gala isn't until the end of the year. You will have plenty of time to prepare yourself. The chill in the air has invigorated you. What would you like to do today? Ooh, a strange location? I think we're going to a strange location, chat. I know you wanted us to see Dad. But strange location means we might find the girl of our dreams again. So I'm going to a strange location. Where would you like to travel? Do something else instead. Oh. I guess I can't. I guess it doesn't work that way. Yeah, we can't do that. Well, I guess we're seeing Dad. Because chat has requested. The recluse, as always, is more than happy to see you. The two of you spend several long hours reminiscing about your childhood, as well as preparing a meal to share. In the end, you leave well fed. Maybe you'll just have to visit again tomorrow. As you go out to forage mushrooms one evening, you find a large batch of edible shrooms gathered near a stump. Unfortunately, upon closer inspection, they are infested with countless small worms. My worst nightmare. Except for I love worms. I love me a good bug. I know that they're not technically bugs, but I love me a good bug. It's added protein, right? Gather the shrooms anyway. Try to find a slightly less infected batch. Watch the wiggly little guys for a bit. Or gather up the worms? I kind of want to watch the little wiggly worms, but I also want to gather the worms. I don't know. Chat, what are we thinking? What are our worm decisions, chat? What are we thinking? We gather worms? Or we watch the worms? The little guys. Chat is voting gather the worms. We are gathering the worms. Oh no, we shouldn't have gathered the worms. You try to think of ways to use the worms, and a couple do come to mind. You start trying to gather worms into a sack, but find touching the worms to be rather gross. Something about them is just so disconcertingly slimy. You don't like it. Despite your best efforts to keep going, you lose motivation quickly. Next time, you'll stick to normal mushrooms. Oh, I should have just watched the worms, chat. Sometimes when you lay down to go to sleep, you find yourself remembering a dream you had. There was a woman there who said you probably wouldn't remember her, but for some reason, you do. In fact, so much that you would like to see her again. You know she's not real, but there's something fun about that. You suppose. An imaginary friend that you visit like a real one. Like a real one! One day, you make your way back to the same spot you first met her at. The meadow, with the flowering trees. In your hands you grasp a flower. A polite request for company. You're not sure if it will help, but it's the only thing you can think to do. Then finally, You just have to fall asleep. In time, an easy feat. As you wait peacefully, you hear a sound you recognize. I'm impressed. Most people don't think about me twice. You sit with her for a few moments. Are you real? Have you always been like this? Can we go somewhere else? Wink, wink. We're going somewhere else. I don't see why not. Was there somewhere you had in mind? You explain to the woman that you mean somewhere far away, the waking world. Oh, I can't go there, in some ways. Like a simulacrum. It's a simulacrum. But why would I want to go to the real thing anyways? I'm already here, and you're with me too. You decide to appreciate the view. It's partially what you came here for anyways. The rest of your dream is pleasant. As you go to the local bakery, you find a set of eyes staring at you. You turn your neck and barely catch a glance at the man following you. He's wearing a beret and a chef's apron, and making you feel uneasy. Oh no, chat, he's gonna cook me. He knows I'm a potato, chat. He's gonna cook me. You tell the man off. You're not eating after all. Not for eating after all. Run back home as quickly as you can. I think we tell him off. We're telling him off. Oh, we didn't tell him off very good. You angrily turn on your heel and yell at him, I am a mushroom, you know. Or wait, I mean, I'm a person. I like how it's two things that I'm not. I am not a mushroom, I am not a person, I am potato. They don't... She got potato brain for a reason. She's very potato brain. It's all that mycelium getting to her. Unable to successfully form a defense, the man seems emboldened. He approaches you with a sinister grin. You pass out. Several hours later, you wake up a few pounds lighter. He took my potatoes. The winter gala draws ever nearer, and you realize you have to work if your date is ever going to happen. The woman you have decided to invite is strange, otherworldly. You go to the ball with her. You first have to find her. We're going to where I know I can find her. You can remember the dream clearly. You're sure of finding her again with no problem. It's slightly colder here now, but the area you live in is temperate. You bring a blanket and a flower with you when you go to meet her. Once you reach the tree, you make yourself comfortable and fall asleep as quickly as you can. It's not long at all before you can hear her once more. You were looking for me, I assume. Why are we in a cave now, chat? I thought we were taking a nap on a tree, not in a cave. Her voice sounds the way Cotton feels. You contemplate what you want to tell her. So you simply say what's on your mind. That there's a ball soon and you were wondering if she would go with you. We have not yet had the ending for Potato Daughter. Potato Daughter is still here. Potato Daughter is living. we just got a little we had a chef take one of our hips, but we're still here. We're fighting. So you simply say what's on your mind, and there's a ball soon. And you were wondering if she would go with you. There's a pause, then a bright laugh. Okay. Oh, what is this? I have... Oh, what? What? What are we doing? What happened? We have sheath music? What music boxes? What happened? Oh, we have a wax cylinder? Oh wait, we don't have a wax cylinder, never mind. We have... Oh no, we do! we have this wax cylinder. The Pinch Me Amour. I do think that Dream Flute Mommy did say that she would join us. She grabs your hand, and when you look away from her, you're in a mansion. There are others around you. Music too. Something like this? She asks, moving with you through the dancing crowd. It does look like a gallows, you suppose. You're not sure you'd be able to tell the difference if you didn't already suspect this was a dream. We can do anything we want. Do you want a different song? You feel like she said one thing, but meant another. One thing or another. She said she could do anything, but in a voice that felt like she was powerless. That aside, the question of what to do next remained. We dance with her. There is no other options. We dance with beautiful Dream Mommy. You decided that this event is for one thing, dancing. You take her by the hand and lead her to the floor. The two of you spend longer than you can comprehend on the dance floor, enjoying each other's company the whole time. She's talented on her feet, but moves with a certain melancholy. Oh no, we did the bad dance. As the night progresses, she feels less material, like parts of her have been disappearing on you. You feel like you should say something. Do you have a family? Where's your favorite place? Or do you ever want to go back? Where's her favorite place? She takes a deep breath and closes her eyes. The two of you pause for a moment as she thinks, her figure gaining more definition by the second. The meadow, the one where I first appeared to you. Yeah, that would have been a very funny option to be like, I suck at dancing, tell me about your generational trauma. That would have been the good 1-2 punch. The meadow, the one where I first appeared to you. I grew up near here as a child where we'd always try to climb the trees. I wasn't very good at it back then. She sighed happily, looking more in focus than you had ever seen her. Eventually, the two of you tire of the timelessness of the night. The other party grows slower, some disappearing into the air. You don't feel tired, which should be obvious, but still surprises you. It feels like you may not have much time left with her tonight. We're asking to join her. Can I become Dream Mommy too? Potato Dream Mommy? You consider how to phrase it exactly. You don't want to scare her off after all. Finally, you just tell her. You want to come with her. You want to trade your waking life for this other reality where you can have anything you would like. At first, you think you see a smile, but it quickly gives way to a sigh. Oh, there's dyslexia! There's dyslexia friendly font? Oh? Is it under graphics? Chat, how do I help with the dyslexia friendly font? Is it? It wouldn't be under audio. Is it in-game appearance? Oh, open dyslexic. Oh, that's so much easier. Okay. Okay, we're going back to the game now. It is helpful. How? Okay. Isn't there someone out there that loves you? You wish, briefly, for this someone to be her. You're welcome, chat. Thank you for letting me know of this setting. I could not possibly allow you to leave them. Consider yourself lucky. There are those who would cross realities to have what you have. You have no choice but to accept her decision. She's probably right anyway. No! The rest of the night disappears in a blink, and eventually you realize that morning has come to wake you. Thoughts of your dream girl follow you through your day, but this time, you find her memory fading. Maybe today you'll visit your family. As you grow older, you look back over your life. You think back to the witch who created you, and can't help but wonder if everything met her expectations. You wonder if you were the daughter your parent had hoped for. Oh, it's the ending after all this time. First things first, let's measure what her life was worth. What was my life worth? We got new music bonuses. We got Best Buds and Pinch Me Amour. And we got Pumpkin and Purple. Pumpkin and Purple. Oh, I do not know that episode of Adventure Time. I've been meaning to watch Adventure Time. But, like, that sounds sad. With the pillow lady, he wouldn't forget her. Oh. Stat bonuses. We got 77 spores. Oh, dirt daughter. New ending bonus as well. Oh, and we got big jar of coins. And potato and planting of boars. Oh, we got so many spores, chat. Do we still only have two? Do we still only have 2 items? Yeah, we got Cloud Nose and Knife. Chefs thought the land and throughout the land envy your delicate, complex flavors. Magical matters are forever beyond your understanding. Oh, that's what happens when you're a potato. You don't understand magic if you're a potato. Damp and melancholy situations are bad for my health. Oh. You have grown into a young woman unexpectedly. We were in relative obscurity. People don't think about me much. Me too, chat. I also do not understand magic. Thus am potato. Oh, we made our body into 2 meals. Your body, like many others, can be used safely as sustenance by humans and a pig. Don't forget pig. The recluse will always live in your heart, and for the time being, next door. Aww, that was a cute one. I like that when I hover over the potato, it's just like, this wasn't supposed to happen. That's not how it goes. Yes, chat, the boar was also human, apparently. You are correct. We have so many spores. Oh, what is... Oh, wait. Visit Gnome Depot gardening supplies and more. Okay. I guess we gotta visit Gnome Depot. Oh, you're here. Welcome to Gnome Depot. We heard that there was a big spore earner in the neighborhood, so we set up shop as fast as we could. The witch would have you think that the best way to spend spores on magical rituals, but that's just because they go right back to her. Us gnomes know the real use of spores as the best meal this side of the crust layer. I hate to see any wasted on that unappreciative witch. We're really crafty, so I'm sure you could use some of our wares and services. Welcome to Gnome Depot. What can I help you find today? I want to chat. What's your name? I'm sorry, due to the Fae-related issues, we've had to anonymize everything. You can just call me Gnomera if you'd like. What's the Gnome Depot motto? We all know it by heart. When you're here, you're gnome. Or wait, was it gnome is where the heart is? What's the motto again? How come all of your wares are so flimsy? Since we had to set up so quickly, we ended up having to work with the human vendor. This is all she was willing to give us for free. Maybe she's, what's the word? Poor. If she had money, I bet she could give us better free stuff. What stuff do they have? A yard work voucher? A paper pinwheel? A paper doll? Paper crane? Paper lantern? Paper... I love how it's all paper. I love physical objects. Cute pinwheel that spins in the breeze. It's made of paper, so it won't last long. That'll be 100 spores for that one. Creepy doll that's always staring. It's made of paper, so it won't last long. That'll be a handmade piece of art. This paper, it won't last long. A string of lights that glow dimly. It's made of paper, so it won't last long. An informative sign. Helping any passerbys. It made of paper. It won't last long. Okay, I won't take my paper near water. I want to buy the haunted doll. We got the haunted doll. I want to know what the question marks are. What can I sell? Oh, my jar of coins and my plenty spores and drippy spores. Okay, now I gotta go to our garden. What's this? A wimpy weed. Uh-oh. What do I do with the wimpy weed? Oh, that'll help with my dampness. Maybe we won't do dampness yet. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. Oh, I need one of the little shovels so I can get rid of the wimpy weed. A shovel-shaped gnomish business card. Good for 1 yard work related to summoning. That will be 50 spores for that one. Yeah, we'll take it. I want to get rid of wimpy weed. We've done it. We got a little robustness out of that one. With the wimpy weed, we do our best. What was the summon again? Oh, summon is worth 200. Yeah, we'll do a summon. From the Aether appears Ode to Another Day. A piece of sheet music. I wonder what it sounds like. It's a pretty song. We have a singing stone? What's a singing stone? Okay, I guess we have a singing stone now, chat. What's in our cabinet? Can we use the spores? I would like to use the spores. There are so many items in this game. Oh man, this is heavy. What are curios? I have no curios. What's an acheron? What is... Oh, this is the places we've been. The spooky places. Oh, just any place. This is where pig! Can I? Oh, I can spores. What do plenty spores do? Plenty spores. Probably robustness? Yeah, we're gonna get a robust daughter next time. And I'm gonna do another summon. For funsies. Play the gotcha. From the aether appears diamonds. Strange dots fill your vision. It feels as though things have a new texture. I guess we have diamonds now. Alright, chat. I think that is stream for tonight. But I had a very good time growing our little not our mushroom daughter, our potato daughter. I had fun with potato daughter. I hope you guys had fun with potato daughter too. I hope y'all have a good night. I'm gonna go get to sleep. Oh, bye bye.